anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Utah Utes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Utes will kick it away first. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. And we'll get it. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about...
Narration volume set to 100. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, it gets so exciting. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
The Utes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you...
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Utes are in the red zone. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Runs through a tackle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! Foul. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Hayden. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Close to the marker, it's Miller. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the back. Lewis wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Miller. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Quarterback gets the first down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's...
Tight end trying to get in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He'll run it again. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Release to the back. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other... Oh, he's got some space! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so, too, had the defense. They were ready for it. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayden. At midfield, he's got room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Buffaloes are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. One final play before the end of the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Guys, Colorado has lead 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They go to the ground. Creates a little space. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for a man, it's Coleman. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's great. Good, solid tackle.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highly...
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Toss sweep to the left. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. He throws into the middle of the field. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Here's the pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
I know it's incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing right. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Finds his tight end. Turning it on. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right slot.
Lewis to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Williams. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Lewis wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Finds a man on the left. And he won't get there. Tried to turn the corner, strained for every inch, and he is denied. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure coming. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Coleman. The short hands, it's Gray. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far, here's...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Utes will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Colorado! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Makes the grab, it's Bray. Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball to them as many ways as you can.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else they are really in trouble. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the Utes decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Utes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to the ground game on the left. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
Into the secondary on the right. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Welch. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. DB's right up on the receivers. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Throws for the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Hits the accelerator to the right. 10. Touchdown, Utah! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 35 over Pittsburgh. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Forcing the fumble, that took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed, takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The run from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty...
Oh, he's got some space. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
Looking for a man. It's Coleman. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You can tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Gonna run it. It's Turner. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Utes in the hurry-up. Defense not showing press coverage. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Andrews. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Got the quick pass. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Going up top. Got it in stride inside the 20.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. With the run on 1st and goal. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams